What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. For this week, I figured let's do a bike check. This bike check's no ordinary bike check. This is my first signature frame with Fiend. We'll get into the frame details and everything at the end. We're at a skate park with some of the boys. We'll get some skate park clips after. So let's dive right in. We'll start at the bars, work our way through everything else. We'll save the frame for last. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. Hype this shit up. Get this shit boosted on the algorithm. Share it with the homies, share it with your mom, share it with your sister. That being said, let's get into it. Starting up top for the grips, we got the Primo Cali grips. These are my all-time favorite grips. Out the box, these things are so soft and comfortable. I love them so much. Doesn't take like any break-in period for them to feel good. They feel good right away. Go from there, we got Fiend Reynolds bars. These are Garrett signature bars. I got them in 9 1/4 rise by 27 wide. I prefer these bars compared to the other ones just because they're not very wide. So when you're gripping the bike, like you don't have hella extra like bar on the end, and for bar spins they're really nice. I enjoy them mostly for bar spins. Down to the stem, I got the Reynolds front load stem. It gives me way more like pop, better reach. Nose manuals were a little hard at first to get used to them, but now it's, you know, they happen like that. Then we have a new, I don't know if it's out yet, but it's a prototype headset with Fiend. It's kind of like tapered on the sides, one smooth, you know, shape. There's no like sharp edges to it. It just looks real smooth. It looks good. Down to the forks. These are the Fiend process forks. I got them in 20 offset. For me, I love these just because it makes it a lot easier for nose manuals to getting into them, and it's also brings the front wheel in closer, which makes it more responsive for like street riding, you know, spins, anything of that sort. So if you're into nose manuals or want a little more responsive front end, 20 offset would be the way to go. Seat, Primo seat. We got that two-tone suede with the leather on it. A seat post, we got the Primo seat posts in that nice polished finish. All right, next, we'll go pegs. Pegs, I got Primo pegs. I think they're 4.75 for the length. They're like the longer ones, I'm pretty sure. I can't really notice a difference. I mean, I've been on these for so long, so it just feels normal now. They feel good. They're pegs. They grind. They slide good. Cranks, I got Stevie Churchill cranks, 160s. I've rode 160s for forever. The closer your feet are together, the more pull and like leverage you have doing certain tricks and stuff. So 160s I think is the best size. We got Primo turbo pedals. These are my favorite pedals. I love the clean, sleek design of them, how they go all the way up to the crank. For crank arm grinds, they are really good. You get in that nice pocket. Primo half link chain, nothing too fancy there. And we got Primo solid sprocket. So for my bottom bracket, I got a Primo bottom bracket, but your boy has an issue with tail whips. Sometimes I kick them like an idiot and my crank spin and do this weird shit, and it drives me crazy. So I found this one bottom bracket off this website called Nowhere BMX, and it's like, it has like a plastic ring, and then there's like little Allen bolts. You guys will see it when I'll put the close-up clips, but that basically, you tighten that. Instead of tightening your cranks and blowing out your bottom bracket, you just tighten that, and it saves you from blowing out your bottom bracket, but you still get the tightness of the crank. So I have to run that because I kick my whips like an idiot sometimes, and my crank spin, and it sucks. And yeah, so wheels, we got some Primo wheels. The front is a balance, the rear is a balance. Free coaster, left-hand drive with the VS XL Plus rims. Heavy duty rims. You know your boy likes doing some big drops once in a while, so I need that strong shit. Making sure this shit holds up. We got some foldable tires. I run a Tubolito in the front. Well, it's not a Tubolito, it's actually the Rixson tube. I run one of their tubes in the front, and then I just run a normal tube in the back. I think my bike, how it's set up now, is pretty money. Let's get into the frame. So it's not a signature frame, it's a colorway. It's called the Fiend shapeshifter. So for the graphics, if you don't know, I'm from Arizona, born and raised, Chandler. I moved to San Diego years ago, 7 or 8 years ago to San Diego. So for me, I had to do some, at-home homage for the graphics. So I had to do some Diamondbacks flavor to it. We went with the OG teal and the purple and like the gold. And we had Eben Fisher do the graphics, and I honestly love how the graphics came out. It pops so good on the white with the little bit of metallic flake I have on it, and it just looks f***ing dialed. So the frame comes in 2 different sizes. One of the models is a 320, the other one's a 335. They're both the same. The only difference is the rear end. The 320, which is what I'm on, comes in a 12.75 slammed. The 335 one comes in a 13.25 slammed rear end. I don't run mine slammed, so mine's probably like maybe a 13 instead of that 12.75 slammed. Yeah, man, I just want to say thanks to Garrett and the boys for giving me the opportunity and letting me get creative and pick my graphics and the color and everything, and I love how this thing came out. That's going to be the bike check. I did an IG post the other day for some Q&A questions, so we'll dive into that, and then from there we will head into the park and get some clips with the boys. Let's dive into these Q&As. First up, if I botch your name, I'm sorry in advance. Eric Mastro _74. It's gonna be hard to beat the white, black, and chrome build. What do you have planned next? Dog, honestly, I don't know, because this might be one of my favorite combos with the chrome and the white. I think it all just looks really good together. The homie Corey Hess asked, what's the current / next project you're filming for? Don't have like a set project. I started stacking with my boy Brian. I go out in Riverside a lot with all the boys, and Brian's always there, him and the homie Chris, so I kind of just been stacking to stack with them. I don't know what it'll turn into. Maybe just, a little web video street thing or a mini Fiend thing. I don't know. Primo. Not sure. But that's what I got as far as that. Peep Game, aka Steve-O. What motivates you to keep going? He says, honestly, bro, I just get so much joy out of riding, whether it's this, moto. I enjoy filming content, back on the YouTube grind now. So now this has given me a drive to go out and film for you guys, and I just enjoy it. I love seeing Instagram clips come together, web videos, whatever it may be. The way I see it, any day on my bike, moto, whatever, there's no bad days. You can't have a bad day on your bike. Crash _21XX said, what is the process you had to be able to obtain the frame on your behalf? Honestly, bro, it's just, putting in work and, standing by a company that stands by you and doing everything you can for them, and eventually it'll just, fall into your lap. Stuck with Fiend for, they've been my first frame sponsor and my only frame sponsor, and so I've kind of just rode with them. They rode with me, and putting in the work, and it's just, time will tell when that day will come, and my day came, and I was fucking stoked. What else we got? What measurements do you have in your BMX? Greetings from Mexico. That was from Axel Perez 004. Not sure what measurements, my guy, but I'm assuming frame. I have a 27.5, and the rear end is 12.7 slam. So that's if your wheel's all the way tucked in. Mine's like a link back, so it's not fully slammed. Stick shift _P said, are you a spec nerd or just ride what feels good, stand over, head to, rear end, etc.? Not really a spec nerd. I just know like what works for me now, and I don't have any desire to change it. So once it feels good and I'm able to do all the shit I need to do, I'm happy. I think that's gonna wrap it up for the Q&A. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much with the questions for those of you that didn't care to listen to them. But hope you guys enjoyed the bike check, and if you guys have any more questions about finer details or I didn't go over anything fully, Let me know in the comments. Send me a DM on Instagram. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. I'll pop that up here. And yeah, let's head into the park, get some clips with the boys, and let's have us a fucking sick ass session, dog.